Hello everyone, Kermit the Frog here, and today we're going to show you a fun-filled episode of laughter, joy, and child-friendly entertainment for the whole family. Ooh. I don't really care about your reason, just give me back my hat, and we will be square. Oh, can't I just have it for a few seconds longer? No, you may not have it for a few seconds longer, that's my hat! Sorry. What are you doing here anyway, Kermit? Don't you have to direct the Muppets or something? Well, I would, but we haven't been doing so well. I don't really care why, just give me back my hat. Oh, it all started when we signed up for ABC Family. Again, I don't care, just give me back my hat. Oh. You want me to review, don't you? Yes, please. Hello, I'm the Cartoon Gentleman, bringing you Organized Chaos. Now, this time we're going to be doing something a little bit differently. Instead of doing your usual cartoon review, we're going to be reviewing something that's been long waited. I am reviewing the Muppets. More specifically, where exactly the Muppets went wrong. And no, I'm not talking about Muppets Most Wanted. We'll get to that train wreck later. Nope. I'm going to review their one and only season on ABC. Muppets 2015, Episode 1. Let's go! So the episode starts off not doing our usual brand of Muppet cheerfulness, but rather dropping a heavy bomb on us. Kermit and Miss Piggy are broken up? What? I don't know what's more surprising. That Kermit and Miss Piggy are actually separate? Or the fact that I actually care? Kermit, when were you going to tell us about this? Well, 2 years ago might have been a big deal, but it's sort of, we've finally been able to sort things out. Jeez, it's hard to believe it's actually over. I mean, you've been together more times than I can count. Hell, you got married at least 3 times. Well, if you want to really count all the times we've been married, it all depends on the real canonicity. Do you want to go back to our original movie, or when we were actually together on the Muppets? When we were actually still doing the Muppets? Wait, rewind a bit. What do you mean, back when we were still doing the Muppets? Isn't that what we're reviewing now? No. No, it is not. Well, if this isn't the Muppet Show, then what is it? Yeah, this isn't the usual brand of Muppets. Instead of actually performing on the Muppet Show like they used to do, the Muppets this time are working on a Miss Piggy spin-off nighttime talk show? What is it even in this? How did Miss Piggy even get the money to even afford all this? Well, as you said before, we divorced several times, and she got equal shares of a lot of my hard-earned cash, and half of my possessions each time. Ooh. I don't even know how I can make a joke about that. Well, not everything has to be a joke. And like that, you lost me. Moving on. Well, the episode really begins when the Muppets are all together. They're discussing a morning meeting about the new Miss Piggy late night talk show, where Kermit has some questions and some statements to make about the night before.
This is a meeting? Oh. I'm Zoot, and I'm...
Different meeting.
Oh.
Always loved how that guy talked. We really need to get more of the Electric Light Band. One thing I have definitely noticed while watching this is that there's not really a lot of slapstick anymore. In fact, a lot of the humor now is sort of verbal, sort of situational talking humor. Not really one on the Muppets for that one, but I'm not entirely against it either. It's like somebody taking away your slice of cake, but then giving you a box of Swiss cake rolls. And then half of them are eaten. I'm hungry now.
And gesticulate.
Gesticulate? Well, that just means to move your hands.
Which leads to shaking hands, which is the first step in making babies.
Did Sam Eagle just do a making babies joke? Did Sam Eagle just literally do a making babies joke? Well, we thought since we're not actually doing the Muppets anymore, we'd update the materials to have a little bit more adult language. Adult? How adult you need it? You guys are the Muppets! You don't need adult humor. Save that for an Adam Sandler movie. They're also making a quick parody of The Office, doing off-camera interviews between each individual character, stating what is actually on his or her mind. I just realized that we're already 3 minutes in, but yet we still haven't really gotten any brand of real Muppet humor. Come on, guys, start dishing it out. Well, we finally start with some genuine Muppet humor, as Fozzie is on stage with, Stanford and Waldorf. I miss those guys. Let us all give thanks to the original internet trolls, because they were probably around when it was invented. Okay, moving on. Well, just as Fozzie was getting started, we later cut to Miss Piggy, who appears to be having some kind of problem and needs to consult Kermit. Well, I know they're not dating anymore, but at the very least, the tension should have died down by now. Ah! I'm okay. Maybe not. Well, Miss Piggy is flustered over the fact that Elizabeth Banks is on her show, and she wants her to get out. But Kermit has some disagreements on that. But, as we all know Miss Piggy, she won't budge an inch. And no, that's not a comment about her weight. It's a comment about her donkey-ass attitude.
When Piggy and I were a couple, I found her unpredictable and spontaneous and quirky. You know, it was kind of sexy. But if you take dating out of the equation, she's just a lunatic.
Wow, Kermit, I didn't know you had it in you calling Miss Piggy a lunatic. Well, I would have said something else, but, you know, we are still trying to be family friendly. Don't worry, Kermit, this is the internet, where we don't care if you're family friendly or not. Let out those frustrated feelings of her. Well, alright. Continue with the review. Of course, Kermit is still insistent on Miss Piggy changing her mind about the actress, but her donkey-ass attitude won't allow her to change her mind. And what's her reason? She hates her ugly face. Miss Piggy, you are just the Angelica Pickles of the Muppets. You are too good at playing a bitch. So, as we finally get to see what the show they're making is actually all about, we then cut back to Kermit and backstage.
My life is a bacon-wrapped hell on earth.
Holy shit, did Kermit just... Kermit! You just said bacon-wrapped hell! What the hell? Well, we all agree that hell's a place, not an actual curse word. So as long as we're describing the place, it's alright to use that word. Yeah, if you have a PG-13 rating. But this is only a PG rating. What the shit flappity fuck? So, in a last-ditch effort to keep Miss Piggy happy, Kermit hires a Dancing with the Stars actor, Tom, in order to help be a guest star. Of course, it's pretty clear he ain't happy about it. And I can tell you this without certainty. Nobody likes picking second. But nobody likes being second either. Meanwhile, we also get a glimpse into Fozzie's out-of-character life as he's going to see his new girlfriend, Becky. Ooh. Well, hey, what do you know? A relationship in the Muppets that doesn't involve a pig or a chicken. Good for you, Fozzie. I can't wait to see.
Where would they go to the bathroom? In the woods?
Okay, that is an offensive stereotype.
Oh. You're dating rich white trash. Well, at least the boobs won't be made of felt. So, yeah, Fozzie's not really hitting it off too well with his possible future in-laws, so he decides in order to make a good impression by giving him a standard tour of the set, where he works. Well, there you go, Fozzie. Good for you. You see, Kermit, if you did stuff like this for Miss Piggy, she might not have dumped you. What? No, she didn't dump me. Right. And I'm not a Muppet cat. So we later cut back to Kermit as he's trying to justify keeping Gonzo, Rizzo, and Pepe on, as we see, whoa, who is this? Kermit, you dog, who's the new lady? Well, her name's Denise. She's maybe a little younger than me, but you know, try to make it work. Well, good for you, Kermit. Nothing will aggravate Miss Piggy more than seeing that her ex is dating somebody new, especially after she dumped you. Well, that's nice of you to say, gentlemen, but again, I dumped her. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Well, while Kermit and Denise are on a date, Denise lets it slip that Miss Piggy and Elizabeth Banks have a history where she upstaged Miss Piggy, and that's it. Wow, Miss Piggy is a more prima donna than I thought. You have no idea. In fact, this pisses off Kermit so much that Miss Piggy is having such a small grudge against Miss Banks that he decides to cast her as the guest anyway. All the other Muppets say he's crazy for doing this, but he doesn't care. He's gonna go with his gut feeling. And who should show up but Elizabeth Banks? You know, Kermit, have you ever made a plan that went off flawlessly? Like, ever? Well, my master plan for getting you to review our show in order to increase popularity helped. Oh, you conniving little toad. I like this new Kermit. Of course, with Elizabeth Banks showing up so early, the Muppets try to keep her occupied so that Miss Piggy doesn't realize that Kermit slid cards under the table in order to get her on, whether Miss Piggy liked it or not. And of course, she finds out. I guess our little frog's in the doghouse now. But what exactly set off Miss Piggy so badly? Even for Miss Piggy, this seems a little extreme. Well, you see, it had nothing to do with an actual shoot. You see, we were seeing a movie with Elizabeth Banks on the worst night of our lives. Well, you mean the night she broke up with you? For the last time, I broke up with her! You know what? I'm just gonna play it so that you can see for yourself exactly that I broke up with Miss Piggy. Not the other way around! He's a little hostile there, Kermit. But okay, let's see exactly what happened.
I love our fans, but it's just unnecessary.
I can't believe that you were this upset just because I take a couple of selfies with fans.
A couple of selfies. We missed the entire movie because you have to take a selfie with everybody who asks.
Kermit? Where's the comedy here?
Piggy?
Oh, please, do we have to have this argument again? Can't we just skip to the part where you admit you were wrong and buy me a bracelet?
Piggy, I can't do this anymore.
Seriously, this isn't funny anymore. This is actually kind of sad. Come on, where's the singing, dancing, penguins or chickens or just a Fozzie Bear joke?
What are you saying? You want to break up?
Feels like we just did.
Seriously, this is kind of dark. This is actually dark and very sad. Holy shit. It never even occurred to me that this might actually be serious. This is the freaking Muppets. Why is it so dark? Why is it so serious? Come on. Well, I told you before, this isn't the Muppet Show, but it is the Muppet Show. We're trying something different and all. I mean, Jesus Christ, when you actually make me feel sorry for a pig and a frog. Hey. Oh, shut up, you know what I mean. Well, on a lighter-hearted note, even though Fozzie couldn't win the respect of his could-be in-laws, his girlfriend doesn't care and still wants to make it work. So at the very least, one person's gonna have a happy ending. Looks like this Goldilocks is only getting one bear. Fozzie would have loved that joke. So episode 1 ends with Miss Piggy and Kermit deciding that they should just try to be friends. And they should be open and honest with each other. And they end the show with a guest band by the Imagine Dragons, and the show goes on. That was the Muppets 2015's first episode. I would write down the name of it, but I don't currently have the name ready and available, so this was Muppets 2015 episode 1. Was it good? Was it bad? It all depends on your taste, really. It's not your conventional Muppets. If you're looking for the actual Muppet show, where they're doing a bunch of funny skits and random comedy, this isn't really for you. But if you're just looking for the Muppets, just a Muppet show, or if you even like the show The Office, this is probably more up your speed. So ultimately, is this episode good or bad? It's very different from regular Muppets, but I don't say it's a bad difference. It's just a newer change to it. And they're definitely a lot darker with their humor. Well, I feel as though kids can handle a lot more, and we're trying to give them that. I don't know, I think some of the jokes you might have pulled would be more for their parents than they would be the kids. Well, you never know there, gentlemen. Till then, I'm Kermit the Frog, and I brought you organized chaos. Hey, wait a minute, that's my line! Get back! Oh, nobody's gonna use my catchphrase and get away with it! I'm the Cartoon Gentleman, I brought you organized chaos, and until next time, I'm gonna be hunting down that fucking frog!